Hi, this is attorney Arkady Frekhtman, a New York City personal injury trial attorney, and today I wanted to talk about a chapter that I read in a book known as Damages, Evolving. And the book is written by a trial consultant as well as famous trial lawyers. And what they're basically saying in this particular chapter called flashpoints, and what they're talking about are juror responses. And the juror responses to injuries and how to frame your case to get the best juror response. One of the things that we all hear about in jury selection is that you cannot have sympathy for this particular plaintiff. You can't base your decision on sympathy. And so they draw that distinction that you have sympathy for someone, like you feel sorry for them, but you don't necessarily want to do that as a lawyer. What you want to do is you want the jurors to have empathy. You want them to feel with your client. And the way to do that is to have these flashpoints that are common experiences. So for example, one of the flashpoints that they talk about is shame or humiliation. If somebody is seriously injured, they might be ashamed that now they can't do things that they were doing before. And everybody can relate to that. So now the jurors can have a high empathy flashpoint for that shame. Another one was not being able to move, to be confined. Motion is something that we all enjoy. Being able to walk, being able to run, being able to just move around, whether it's a sport, whether it's something simple like going and buying groceries. If you have to do that either with pain or if you can't do that at all, that could be a high degree of empathy because the juror in their mind is thinking, wow, what would my life be like if I couldn't just go to the grocery store and buy milk or buy simple groceries? What would that be like for me? And the other one is loneliness and being involuntarily confined and being lonely. Nobody wants to be lonely. So they give a lot of examples, but I thought it's very interesting, this idea of flashpoints and the idea of, when you're speaking with your client to really develop a story, to get to know the client, get to know their biography, their human story. And as you do that, to think of these flashpoints and how you can bring them out at trial. And the best way to bring them out is with specific examples. And they give an example in this book. One of the lawyers, he was trying a case for a young child who suffered a traumatic brain injury because the school system was not supervising him. And so another kid hit him and it resulted in a traumatic brain injury. And so to show the depth of that injury, the lawyer in his opening statement said, oh, this boy, he would raise his hand because he still wants to participate. Even though he has this brain injury, he wants to participate. So he would raise his hand and then the teacher would call on him and then he would just go blank. He wouldn't be able to answer. He would just go blank. And then he said, and we're going to produce neuropsychological testing. We're going to have neurologists. We're going to have neuroimaging. We're going to have the neuropsychologists come and testify. But see, that example is something people could identify with. Something like, oh, I had a thought in my head. I want to participate. I wanted to do it. I'm raising my hand. But then when they finally call on you, either it slipped out of your head or because of your memory issue. So it's very much relatable. And that's the point. The point of these flashpoints is the juror response to the event. So I hope this has been helpful. I thought it was a really good chapter, and I'm going to be trying to use flashpoints when I prepare my cases. Okay, have a great day, everyone, and talk to you very soon.